The buzz in the room is significant. I think the Voiceover network is, and I'm sure you'd agree, just really, really significant, very timely, much needed, and just already the level, yeah, so I think this lady's vision is extraordinary, and you know, why somebody hasn't done it before, we don't know, but thank you for doing so, Rachel. And it's just great, the vibe in the room, the buzz and everything. So I am thrilled to be part of this. I've been a voice coach for quite a long time, 30 years, involved in training artists, actors, anybody that needs help or work creatively or remedially with their voice. And what do I do now? I'm freelance now. I've sort of left that sort of training side of things, and I work both, if you like, on stage, on screen, and in the studio with voices. So I've been recently working on a couple of productions. One, Kill Me Now, at the Park Theatre. I don't know if any of you saw that. It's a highly acclaimed production with Greg Wise leading the cast. Amazing. So there was accent work needed on that production. Got a nice little review in a newspaper about the accent, which is kind of the reviewer. I've also been working on one of the productions of A View from the Bridge by Arthur Miller, not the one in the West End, the touring consortium one, which is harder to see because it's travelling around, but the reviews again have been rather good. It's in Edinburgh this next week, just a very, very powerful production. Again, accent work. So I'm really looking for, I'm hoping you're going to be there, but I'm looking forward to delivering, whether you're signing up for a 2-day package or a 3-day package of accents. And what am I going to do in that? Well, day one is essential because it's kind of a refresher for you for all the foundation work that goes on. My philosophy is, rather than you've heard the sort of teach a man or a woman to fish and you feed them for a day. Sorry, give them a fish and you feed them for a day, but you teach them to fish and you feed them forever. So that's what day one is about. It's about helping you refresh your skills or learn from scratch and know what to do when you're faced with, oh my goodness, I've got to do this accent, and now I've got the tools to be able to research it myself, actually in detail, and begin to put that together professionally, as it were, for the standard that's needed in the studio. Day two will focus specifically on the received pronunciation or the standardized English accent, which, you know, certainly in this country, it's one of the 2 essential accents that an artist is required to be able to do. And day 3 will be crossing the big water and going to America. So you know, you might want to come to all 3. You certainly need to do day 1 before you do either of the day 2 or the day 3. And let me just say, in my 30 years of being a coach and working with a range of artists and actors and just, you know, I love you guys. I get very excited. I stand in the wings and hide behind, you know, nobody ever sees me, but I support what you do. And I want you to feel really confident and really strong, and knowing that you are actually giving of your best and can go in there and be proud of what you've done. You know, it's about serving your needs. But in 30 years of teaching, and I know other voice coaches would say the same thing, there's been a big gear change in how we work on accents. So long gone are the days where you just start by hammering through those vowels and those consonants. Those are very important, but I kind of leave them to the last part of the process. We get into the physicalization of the accent. You know, how is it that you can tell somebody walking, you know, down Shaftesbury Avenue is from the States, or No, they're not. They're from Yorkshire. Actually, you can tell. And if you think, how the heck does she explain that? Well, come to day one and find out. Because the physicalization is everything, and that's gesture, it's facial expression, but it's also the physical kit inside you. So we'll be, if you don't know the terminology already, we'll be coming out with all sorts of clever stuff like what your pharynx is doing as opposed to your larynx and your alveolar ridge, which is not an address in California. It's a key part of your anatomy, yes. And so we start very physically, and then we get into the tune and the rhythm of the accent, the music. Why is it that we're attracted to some accents? And actually, our backs might go up at others. Some people are really wooed by the sound of an accent, and others are like, oh no, I don't like that. Why is it that, most sales teams in Britain know that if you want to sell anything, you employ people from the Northeast or Scotland? You do not go to Birmingham. What is wrong with Birmingham? There's some really nice people in Birmingham. It's shocking, isn't it? It's really bad. It's kind of the last unspoken prejudice I think we have, actually. But don't get me going on that one. So I'm really excited about these 3 days, and I hope loads of you are going to be there. And day one, as I say, is the essential. And you might want to miss out the RP because you're brilliant already, but come and do the American day. Or do all of it, really, and it's part of your continuous professional development. It's part of your personal portfolio, tax deductible, hurrah, what more can I say? And again, I just want to come back to Rachel and what she's doing here and you guys that make the Voiceover Network, because it's very powerful, it's growing, it's much needed, and I am absolutely thrilled to be part of it. I've probably said enough. I don't know if there's any immediate questions from anybody. Anybody burning with a question? No? No? All right. Well, thank you. And then keep enjoying the food and drink.
Sorry, yes.
All the dates.
The dates.
Yes.
The 11th, 12th and 13th of June. So, so we're
11th,
yes.
12th, 13th of June. Fantastic. So great.
Yay.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right.